morning, wonderful people. I know this is very random, and this is my very first time actually doing a live directly on YouTube. Um, I have to make this quick. Well, I don't, but I do. So I'm here because I'm learning something, and I feel like maybe it's something that can help others. So I decided I'm going to share it. Maybe I should go and do this. So I bear with me, y'all. I know nobody's here yet, but as y'all watch or you come in, whether it's the replay or however you're viewing, and excuse the clicking and stuff. I'm just gonna leave it. So listen, I'm here because just brief overview. I have I'm not gonna say that I'm having trouble. I'm just tossing some things in my mind, and I was asking God about things. And I think I mistitled this. I might have to go back and change the title, because it's not just about loss. It's about really what I'm thinking about is the will of God. So let me just get out of my head and start speaking. So yesterday morning, I was informed that our church mother, who has been battling an illness, passed away. The thing that is very, very significant and interesting about it is that, one, first of all, she was sweetest lady. She was just like she reminded me a little of my Grammy. Like she gave like her embraces were not as tight as my grandmother's, but they were they meant something. When she embraced you, it meant something. So we were honestly expecting a full turnaround. And I know in church, a lot of times what we do is we say, we're expecting God to do things, and we are, looking forward to God healing and this, that, and the third. And this wasn't just that. When I say, me personally, when I say that I expect God to do things, and I know that He's able to do things like heal and do the miraculous and things like that. I mean that. Like, I mean it from the depths of everything. Okay? So I don't just say it as a cliche. Like, when I say I'm praying for you, I really mean that I'm praying for you. And when I say that I believe, God can do certain things, I believe that to my core. So, and I'm not changing that. Let me just make that really clear. I don't have any changes because she passed away. That does not change anything. That does not mean that God was not capable. I'm not saying that at all. My thing is, I have kind of it kind of took me back. This took me back because I was like, one of the things that she was always saying, that so basically, our church is we're going to be having some a new building built, along with a senior citizens, 10-unit senior citizens home, a youth center, a school. Like, there's a lot of things for the community that we're looking to do. And what she kept saying was that she wanted to be here long enough to see it, to be able to see at least the sanctuary, to be able to see it happen. And we haven't even, like, the ground has just been excavated. Like, we haven't even started building the foundation or anything yet. Hi, thank you, Eternal Adam. It's definitely in need of a retwist, but thank you. So basically, we were, and it's not just because, that was her desire, not just because that was a desire of her heart, but we love her dearly. And we believe what she believed, and she would always say, God got me, and this, that, and third. So we always, we believe, and the reason why I know that God can do the miraculous is because me being here is a testimony of that. So I'm like, I know it's possible. I know that there is nothing that is too hard for God, because the fact that I'm still here, and that's another story for another day. If y'all want to go check some of the Speaking Plain English lives, there's one specifically that I have about my daughter. I tell the story. But the fact that she and I are here, my daughter, it will be 13 this year, oh my Lord, lets me know that God is still working miracles. So I had no doubt in my mind that she was going to recover. And on top of that, even while, visiting her in the hospital, they were saying, that her numbers were looking better. So there was a lot of things that we're seeing, that looks like things are coming up on the up and up, but yet and still she left. And so we're like, I'm not going to say we. I'm like, God, you know best. What you know is, you're sovereign, and you can handle things however you want to. So basically, this is where I'm going with this. I've learned something. Hi, Aria. I've learned something. And I'm still learning. God is a parent, right? I don't know about any of you others that are, that are parents, but sometimes as a parent, as a mother, my children want things that, not that they're, bad for them to have, but it's just not what's best for them at the moment. Hi, James. How are you? So as one thing that I'm learning, and because I honestly, I asked God, I'm like, okay, I know that I have no doubt in my mind that you're able. That is nothing, that is not a question at all. I know that you're able to do everything and anything. But she made her request known. She said that she wanted to be here for until, such and such. Why didn't you honor that? And we all believed as well. And not only did we believe that because, well, I'm going to just keep it personal with me. I didn't just believe God because I wanted her to stay. Not just for that. I believed God to heal her here and to let her recover, fully recover. Because one thing about me, I love a good underdog story. I love a good underdog story. I love a good plot twist. I love when, especially, since I've experienced it, I love when God is able to take someone that the doctors are saying there's no hope for, and then it all flips around. You know what I mean? I love that, because if nothing else, it really, really shows people that God is who he is. So those who need that. And I feel like some of her family members needed that. And some, not just family members, but the doctors and nurses, everybody that worked on it, I felt like they needed that. And that would be an amazing story and an amazing testimony for her to have come through and recovered. For those who know what she went through to be, brought to Christ. So I'm just like, this could have really been a thing. So why not honor that? And what I'm learning is, again, like I said, God is a parent. God is he's our father. And sometimes there are things um that happen down the road that we don't know about, that our father knows. Sometimes there are things that he just understands, like, okay, I know that this is, there's nothing wrong with you wanting this, but there's a reason why my answer is no. I was watching The Chosen, right? I was watching The Chosen, and if y'all haven't seen it, it's an amazing series. It's on Amazon Prime. And one of the disciples, little James, he called him, had I believe he has a crippled hand. And so he's going along with Jesus and everything, and he's seeing all the miracles and stuff that he's performing, and he's healing everybody and this, that, and the third. And one day he got up the nerve to ask Jesus, like, can I, I have a question for you. And he's like, sure, what's up? And James is like, I know, I've seen what you're capable of doing. I know what you're able to do. I've seen all of the miracles that you perform with so many other people. But why haven't you healed me of this, of my, of this condition? And my thought was that he was going to say, because you haven't asked me. What he actually said was, I could. I honestly could. But I haven't because I trust you. And I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? And he goes on further to say, I trust you. Like, you could be like thousands of others. You can be like so many others who have experienced miracles and are able to go and testify and say that that I did this, that, and the third. But I trust that regardless of whether or not, no, he said, I trust that you can still have this and still be a testimony and still be able to tell, to say that God is good through this, even though you have this condition, and that you're able to, do what you need to do with the condition. Not very many people can do that. And I have to admit that bothered me, because I'm like, I understand, but dude, I haven't gotten past that episode yet, so I'm not sure what happens, and don't tell me. But it's interesting. It made me think of things differently. And it's kind of scary, and I'm on two sides with it. It's scary and humbling at the same time. And I say that because there are some things for myself and for some others that I am believing God for. And to know that that's a possibility. Now, one thing that I am going to say also is that if God promised you that you're gonna have a certain thing, he ain't lying about that. That's one thing he ain't gonna lie. If he received the promise that yes, this is going, you're gonna have this, you just gotta wait, or you have to do certain things, there are prerequisites. That's what that is. However, sometimes God will not move the mountain. Sometimes God will not, perform the miracle that we think we did, that we think should. And to know that the possibility of that happening is because he can trust us with still serving him, still believing in him, still trusting in him, despite not getting what it is that we really, really want or really, really desire, or at least what we think we do. Because God is good, it can only, to me, mean that he has something greater than what it is that we feel like we want. And that's a scary thought to me. That's a scary thought, as well as a humbling thought. It's both. Two things at the same time, dialectics. So I just wanted to share that. The only way that we'll know. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that. I'll say this. There was something that came to mind some years ago. I was thinking, and I posted it. I think it was on Facebook, Instagram, I'm not sure. But I was wondering, I was thinking, I'm like, what if? Because we know how we always say that there's something, you know, good that's going to come out of our go-throughs, out of our struggles. There's going to be a reward for it afterwards. What if the fact that we got through it is the reward? Is that enough? Is that enough? And that's something that, honestly, I still have to sit with. If after all of this that you're doing for God, he doesn't give you exactly what it is that you want the way that you want it, will your relationship with him be enough? Let me make this more practical. I'm trying to do this in a very, very generic way. There's no way around it. All right. So if you're in a relationship with someone, right, and you want something from them, and you know that they're capable of giving something to you, yet and still they choose not to. They choose not to do so. For whatever reason. Do you still love them? Are you still willing to maintain that relationship? It's something to think about. Do you love the person, or is what you really want from them so much that if you don't get it, then you're just not going to, that's it? It's something to really, really, really think about. Yeah, that's it, y'all. So that was just my thoughts. I really, really, I honestly don't know what, if anything, anyone can get from it, but yeah, here we go. There it is. So I'm trying to think if I have any ending thoughts, but I believe I'm done. So everybody have an amazing and wonderful Monday. Y'all please pray for the Sims family, as well as CCDC church family. This is a really, really heavy hit. And it's actually the first that we've had in a very, very long time. So, one of the things that I have, and I'm going to leave with this. One of the things that helps me is the fact that at the end of the day, she's good. She's fine. She's doesn't even want to come back. I mentioned this before. What really helps me, what really helps me, is the fact that now that she, like, we wanted to keep her here, we wanted her to stay, she wanted to stay. However, the fact that she's gone now, I wouldn't want her back here. Not because I won't miss her, but because who wants to have a taste of heaven and then come back here? That's selfish. I can't say that that's selfish. I cannot say that because I can't. Well, I'm not. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. At the end of the day, one thing that I'm studying, and I have been kind of chewing on, is love, like agape love, like the unconditional love. And part of that is not being selfish and not only wanting our way, not only wanting things our way. So at the end of the day, if she's good where she is, if she's better off where she is, and that goes for anything and everybody, if you feel like something or someone is better off somewhere else and you can't give them what it is that they need and that they deserve, then what does that mean? It's best. Is it best? Is it better for you to hold on to them just because you want to hold on to them, or is it better to let them go and be happy and fulfilled and be able to be their best and do their best elsewhere? I'm done, y'all. You have an amazing day. Good. It's not nighttime, but you know what I mean. Bye.